In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys my brand new small forward build that gets Hall of Fame Rebound Chaser. You know, my other small forward build, the Giannis build, he's already a rebounding beast anyway. So I was just like, you know what, how can I get even more toxic, okay? And you guys can see, this is my first ever game, okay? Bear in mind, this build ain't even maxed. I've been playing career, as you guys can see, I was 93 overall this gameplay. I've been playing career the whole time, and I finally got Rebound Chase on Hall of Fame. So I don't have Pogo Stick, bearing in mind watching this gameplay. I don't have any Anchor, don't have any Chase Down. The only thing I have in the 2 gameplay I'm going to show you guys is literally Hall of Fame Rebound Chase. And you guys will see, I was at a power forward and my matchup was 6'7". So this is clearly a mismatch already, okay? This build is basically a mismatch nightmare. And you guys will see, bro, like in terms of the rebound in this build, it is absolutely nice. Of course, your boy can also shoot, man. Listen, if you're going to make a small forward build, power forward build, you need to be able to space the floor for your teammate, even if you do have that Hall of Fame Rebound Chaser. But as you guys can see right here, look at that. This is what I miss on my build, okay? I haven't played on this build in a minute now, probably like a week. So watching this back, I kind of miss having that ability to be able to get the rebound and just go straight back up. You see how quickly that went? And I don't have fast twitch max on this build either, and I don't even have the contact dunk yet. So this build is basically not even nowhere near getting max. So maybe I'll hop back on the build in a minute, but right here I'll just let you guys enjoy the highlights. I'll also take you to the builder, you know, towards the end of the video to show you how to make it. Now I'm not entirely sold on this build. As you guys can see right here, getting offensive rebound, just going straight back up again. That's what I love about this build, the fact that I can just get the rebound, go straight back up. But I'm not entirely sold on this build, and that's why, you know, I haven't really been playing on it for too long. You know, for me, I'm still I'm like 6 out of 10 in terms of like how often do I want to play on this build. I'm not entirely sure, but in terms of the rebounding, as you guys can see, definitely a rebounding beast, okay? You can get the ball, go up court, you know, see what my teammates are going to do right here, get the ball right back, and just go straight back up. I'm way too tall, you know, I'm literally 6'11". I'm oversized for my position. I've showed you guys my 6'8" undersized center build. This is my 6'11" oversized small forward build, pretty much. And also with this version, my Giannis build, as you guys will see right here, my Giannis build doesn't have any post control, right? Bear in mind, this is me posting up against an actual center. So this wasn't my matchup. This was the center of the team. So my Giannis build didn't really have post control, you know, and I think I explained it as well when I made a Giannis build. I didn't really make that build to be a Giannis build. I just made it to be comp, okay? Shooting, dunking, and everything else. So it wasn't entirely 100% accurate when it comes to Giannis. But with this build, I wouldn't even call this a Giannis build because it doesn't have that much playmaking. But I did make sure I put some post control on this build and also put some mid range on it just to kind of help out when you guys think I'm just going to keep backing down. But as you guys can see, bro, your boy's got that see the future takeover. I can see exactly where the ball's going to go. But right here, bro, like, I don't know. Listen, I had to flop on myself because honestly, the closure on this game, they need to fix it, bro. If someone's way too small against a taller player like myself, I should be able to just get that, man, every single time. But right here, I got another offensive rebound. And you guys will see the stats at the end of this game. But I went absolutely crazy. Bear in mind, this was my first ever game online on this build. Look right there, I can see where the ball is gonna go exactly. You see, I snagged it again, but of course, you know, my teammates, listen, when you play with these randoms, man, you just have to make sure, you know, you've got your look right here. This is sometimes why it gets me really angry about this build, is situations like that. Like, I'm like, bro, I've got 99 offensive rebound, bro. Like, there's no way I shouldn't be able to get those boards. Like, those boards should be 100% mine. And I think that's why maybe I'm a bit too critical on this build at times, because I almost expect to get every offensive rebound. So if I don't get it, I just get like super upset about it. I'm like, bro, why am I not getting this board, bro? But you guys will see again right here, these randoms, bro, they're just completely done out here. But I went into the post, I tried to post spin him. I could not get a post spin, and this is exactly what I'm trying to say. This is why I put the mid range on this build, just in case I get into situations like that where I can't successfully back them down or post spin them. I can just kind of post fade away from them. And again, on the fast break, super fast build. But the focus on the first game is pretty much the rebounding aspect of it. You guys will see the second game where the build is just going absolutely crazy when it comes to the scoring. But this first game, like, you guys will see at the end, literally no one else was touching the board, bro. No one else was touching it. Not even my center was even. I was not letting anyone. Look at that, another offensive rebound. Now, when I was watching, I'm editing this right now and I'm watching this back. It's making me think, you know, it's making me feel like, you know, making me want to go back on the build. I mean, since I made this build, I only made this build like last week. I've already made another build because I wasn't really entirely enjoying myself playing on this build, so I kind of changed up. But watching his highlights, bro, you guys can see, look how I'm just going back and forth, you know, getting the rebounds and everything else. It looks fun, and that's because it is, you know. It's fun getting all these offensive rebounds. Maybe I'm just a little bit too greedy, okay? Because at the end of the day, if you look at the stats of my build, I got 27 rebounds. This is my first ever game online, I kid you not, on this build. And the center on my team, okay, got 3. Okay, so he didn't even, I was trying to make sure no one touched the rebound. My matchup, they left, you know, they always leave. You guys will see the second game as well. My matchup's going to leave because the build is just way too overpowered. Now, realistically, looking back on this build, maybe I should have made it at the power forward instead of the small forward. I'm not going to lie to you, but as you guys can see, bro, I was just going absolutely insane on this build. Now, the second game, I'm going to focus more on the scoring, you know. Both games, I was playing with random, so it doesn't really matter, like, who I was playing with. But yeah, I mean, talking about the build, maybe I should have made that a power forward, because small forward, the speed of this build in comparison to my Giannis build is just not the same, bro. Like, it's just, it feels a little bit slow and a little bit more sluggish. So perhaps I should have, you know, put out the power forward, so that way it kind of counters the speed of the build. But it's still dominant either way, okay? And you guys will see, this is another game where the game put me at a power forward. My matchup is undersized. He is level 40 though, so he's level 40, but this guy is, you know, he's 6'9", another sort of typical 6'9" inside out scorer. But once again, I was going to go crazy. Now, this is going to be more of the offensive side of this build. So the backdoor cuts, you know, being underneath the rim. And I went crazy this game. I dropped 40 points on this build, okay? Bear in mind, my mobility is very limited, right? I'm not on my 6'9" guard or my 6'8" center, so I can't really move around the court like I would like to. Right here, pump fake, going back up. Like, I missed this on the build I'm playing on right now, because being able to just score underneath the rim at will is just completely, like, it's insane. And again, the ability to be able to shoot, if you guys are wondering what my jump shot is, I've already mentioned this multiple times, but that is Jonathan Isaac. It's a smooth jump shot. Right here, got the rebound again. Now, I think for me, one of my biggest critique or of this build is maybe I'm just too critical of the build. Like, maybe I'm too critical, because you guys can see it's going crazy, right? Maybe I just feel like I should get every single board because I've got 99 offensive rebound, right? But you should, right? If you really think about it, if you have 99 offensive rebound, you should not be missing certain boards like I'm doing on this build. Right here, you see, I'm sort of pump faking. I'm going to go into the post. And right here, look, because they're undersized, see how I just kind of spun off that guy right there? Like, he stood no chance at all in this build. The build is nice, okay? It's definitely a nice build. As you guys can see right here, another offensive rebound, and it's going straight back up again. Now, again, my other builds, I can't really do that. I don't have the luxury to be able to just go straight back up on the builds. Again, like I mentioned earlier in the video, I don't have any anchor. So the gameplay you're watching, there's no anchor at all. It's just me just going crazy. And look, again, another offensive rebound, bro. Like, this build, now, I do get offensive boards on my other builds, but it feels different when you have 99. Like, the animation you get is definitely different. Again, look right here. Look, the guy just snagged everyone and went straight back up. I didn't even hesitate. Now, that is the only thing I said it a few times on that. That's the only thing I miss in the current builds that I have, is the ability to be able to get the ball and just go straight back up. And we end up finishing, this is pretty much halftime, right? At halftime, we're already killing it. You see, my matchup is going to end up leaving because he's just like, hell no, bro. Like, I don't want none of this smoke. But we've got 23 points, 9 rebounds, and we're not going to stop there, okay? We're going to keep piling on the points. Like, another offensive rebound. The 99 rebound does go crazy. It does really go crazy. But for me, one of the biggest issues I have on this build sometimes is when I play super comp teams, right? Because of the lack of mobility and because randoms are completely trash, I can't really do too much, okay? Like, that's just the annoying part for me, okay? So when I play like guys that run a 5-hour zone, you know, coming to rec, thinking this is the playoff or something, those guys, they kind of annoy me a little bit. So I can't move like I would. And as you guys can see, I've got that mid-range locked out on this build as well. So shooting on this build, I don't have any issues at all when it comes to the shooting. I have no issues going into the paint. I'm very comfortable going into the paint. Again, I think for me, ever since I made my point guard builds and my center builds, and they all have Michael Jordan dribble style, it kind of ruined the fun for me on these taller builds. And right here, look, shot clock winding down. Look at that quick pull. I mean, it is a nice build. But yeah, I mean, since I made my guard builds, like playing on this taller builds, it's just not as fun for me anymore, okay? That's just, I think I kind of, you know, killed my own motivation on the builds nowadays. Like, I feel like if the build doesn't have the MJ dribble style, I don't want to make them anymore. But we end up finishing again. That's the 40th point. And that's pretty much going to do it for this build. So those are the 2 gameplays. As you guys can see, look, it is a very, very, very good build. I really like it. But it's not my favorite build. Just put it this way. And I think I think it's the speed, bro. Like, I think for me, the ability to be able to run in and out of the paint, to be able to get the board and get back on defense, this build doesn't quite have that. But what I'm still gonna do anyway is I'm still gonna take you guys to the builder. I'm gonna show you guys very quickly in terms of how I made the build. But as you guys can see, this game as well, look, I went crazy on the boards. Okay, no one was touching the rebound, bro. No one was touching the board when I'm playing. But I'm gonna take you to the builder, show you how to make this build very quickly, and also show them the adjustment I'm gonna make to it. So here we are in the builder. We're going to try speed run through this while still explaining the most important stats. So we're going to go small forward. Again, in hindsight, maybe I should have gone power forward on this build. But my exact one right now is a small forward, 234 pounds, because that's the only, with max wingspan, that's the only way you can get 99 offensive rebound. 6'11". And as you guys can see, the stats are very good. Okay, you've got very good close shot. You can dunk the ball. Okay, you get 87 post control for that quick first step. We always talk about that. You have that mid range to be able to counter guys that are too strong in the post. So if you go up against a center who's very heavy and you can't back him down, you can go for the post hop, for the post fade. You can space the floor. You can shoot threes consistently. You guys saw me just shooting. I wasn't missing. Consistent. 78, 79, 70, even 76. You're gonna be fine. We're shooting threes. 75 passer for the LeBron James. Maybe I should have gone 76 for the gold break starter, but the main focus was I was trying to get that offensive rebound at 99. Now people can opt to do different versions. People can do the defensive versions, but for me, I've said it time and time again, I am an offensive player. Okay, I love going for offensive rebounds, so I needed this. Now the biggest letdown for me on this build, as I mentioned in the video, is the speed, bro. Now I thought 75 speed was going to be good enough because I have 75 speed on my other center builds and they were pretty quick. But I'm not gonna lie, if you're at small forward and you're 6'11", the 75 speed doesn't quite feel as quick as it should. Trust me. Like my other Giannis build has an 80 speed, and the difference is massive. You can feel the difference instantly, plus the acceleration as well, right? But anyways, I've got 75 speed on this. I have a 60 strength. Okay, the strength isn't the greatest in the world, but again, I'm at small forward, so I'm not really going to be getting guys who are worming me every single time. And also, it's to be able to help with the, when I'm backing down people in the post. That little bit of strength is going to help out, especially when you have back down punish on Hall of Fame. And you have that 85 vertical. And again, this is why I get really mad at this build if I don't get the offensive boards, because I've got 85 vert, bro. Like, how am I not snagging all these boards? But this build is all right, okay? This build is definitely, like, again, like I mentioned, it's definitely not my favorite build, but it's not a bad build, okay? If you guys do want to make this build, I would definitely suggest you guys to make it at the power forward. But that is pretty much the build right here. In terms of the takeovers, you get the sharp take, which I'm not currently using, the rim take, the rebounding take, and the post takeovers. So you get really good takeovers on the build. And if we continue, of course, the name of the build is going to be called a glass cleaning finisher. Now, for me, if you're gonna make this build, like I said, make it at the power forward. Okay, I think it makes more sense at the power forward. Then you can still kind of guard centers and switch your way around. But for me personally, if I was to make it at a small forward, you guys are thinking about making it at a small forward, and you do like the way the build plays, I'm gonna suggest you guys to make this version instead. Okay, very quickly, this is the same position, but I think gold rebound chaser is going to be fine. So with this version, just go 220, so you reduce the weight, you get an extra speed. Okay, now you get a 78 speed. Similar stats as you guys can see in terms of the finishing and the close shot, the passing, but this time you only get a gold rebound chaser. But I think that's all you need. I've played on builds. I've recently made a build with gold rebound chaser and he's snagging like crazy. I played with my friends who have gold rebound chaser and they snag like crazy as well. And this build also has more strength. You have more acceleration, you have more speed, the same vertical, but the speed is going to make a massive difference. So this is the version I would recommend if you really do like the build. In terms of the takeovers, as you guys can see, it's very similar takeover in comparison to the first one. And of course, 2K, I don't know what 2K is, and their obsession with the name glass cleaning finisher, but they love to give me all my builds a glass cleaning finisher, and I don't know why. But anyways, that is basically my recommended version for the build. Again, I will say it isn't my favorite build. I do have other builds I would rather play on, but it's certainly fun. Okay, it's certainly fun being able to snag, being 6'11". And perhaps when I max out the build, it's going to play a lot better. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I will catch you guys in the next one.